That was the national anthem played for you guys. That was the Burbank Bulldog Marching Band. So we welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex. Coach Robert Villafranca. I'm Bobby Mendez. Isabella Tellez, Technical Director. Isaiah Castro with the field camera. And Reese Robinson at the main camera there. We thank you for joining us on this evening. We were talking about this game being a big game for both squads, as it is the first game of the season for these two teams. And go ahead, Coach.
We've got the Vernia boy. You can hear the excitement, the electricity coming up here to the press box from the field. But the Vernia Bears have taken the short trip here to the San Antonio ISD Sports Complex. The Burbank Bulldogs are hosting them. We've got a couple of teams that have been in the playoffs regularly over the last couple of years. Vernia Bears 3 rounds deep last year, 2 rounds deep the year before. The Burbank Bulldogs behind the Alamo Heights in district went to the playoffs last year and were eliminated in the first round. But they are an exciting team. Of course, those of you that have followed RC Audio Sports and SAISD football, you know all about Kevin Hernandez. His senior year now, Kevin Hernandez started for the Burbank Bulldogs at Bulldogs as a freshman. He's here for his 4th year and earn his 4th football letter. But on the Burbank Bulldogs squad, we also have a sophomore who played some quarterback last year as a freshman, Roman Garcia. So Kevin Hernandez, you talk about a dual threat, you've got a quadruple threat, and Roman Garcia, the sophomore, Kevin Hernandez, the senior, and Coach Mull has got a lot of options to get this Burbank Bulldog offense rolling, as he can put either one of them and be effective. Does he put Roman Garcia at the quarterback spot, try to get Kevin Hernandez the ball out in space? Does he go vice versa? But this is a tough team to scout. It really is a tough team to scout. But I'm sure Vernia is up to the task. They'll be taking they will be taking the kickoff. They won the toss, elected to receive, and we are going. Oh, an onside kick!
Oh, surprises already. So early on.
Coach Mull, that's not unusual for a Coach Mull special teams unit to start off. So if that's not a message given right there, we're going to start out the season no holds barred. We're going to open up with an onside kick, and a successful one at that. The Vernia Bears, I don't think they were taken by surprise, but the Bulldogs did such a good job.
And that was Kevin Hernandez as the kicker.
Kevin Hernandez as the kicker, and did he recover the ball as well?
I don't know. We have to take a look at that.
I don't think the Bears were caught by surprise. They were ready for it, but boy, just an excellent job of covering that. Bears elected to receive, but they're not going to get the ball first. The Bulldogs are going to get the ball first, and they're going to get the ball first when we get to the 3rd quarter as well.
And they have the football in Bear territory already. So I'm sure you guys saw a quick shot of the Bear fan faithful there here to make the trip. I can assure you that's just as many, if not more, balls on the ground. It is picked up, ran back. That is Aiden Hajek on the scoop and score.
That was a lateral pass or a backwards pass. So when it's on the ground, it's a pickup. Oh, it was a handoff and a fumble. So on that, the Bears pick it up. As good as a pick 6. They gave up the onside kick, but on the first play from defense, they score. So look for anything to happen here. Coach Brian Null of the Vernia Bears certainly going over to the defensive coordinator and say, thank you, I owe you one. And boy, the Bears on top after one play from scrimmage, and it was the Bulldogs that snapped the ball.
First play of the ball game or the kickoff was recovered by the Bulldogs as they onsided it. Their first play, to try to run a run play, the handoff to the running back. The running back could not keep his hands on the football, bounced on the ground. Aiden Hajek was there to scoop it up and run it in for 52 yards. And now the Bears trying for the extra point. The kick, it's up, and it is good. I did not see the number on the kicker. I thought it was 35. It was Santiago Ortebia. So we'll keep it right here since it's been a quick start already.
keeping it right here. The action is right here. We're not going to go away. We're afraid we're going to miss a play. We might score a touchdown if we go to break. But the Bulldogs going right back out to receive, and the Bears will kick off now. So the Bulldogs will get another chance at offense in just a few seconds. You're watching high school San Antonio ISD football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. While we have a little break, we want to remind you that all 18 games that are scheduled at the SAISD complex are going to be streamed by us on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. You found it if you're watching it. Make sure that while you're here, you subscribe, hit that little bell, and that way you will be notified anytime that we go live from the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. All right, so
So, Coach, you're looking here, you started off with an onside kick from Burbank. If you're Coach Knoll, do you maybe try and reciprocate at this moment? Say, hey, you try to catch me off guard.
It depends on how risk averse you are, but I'd say you got a 7-point lead. Let's kick it off and let's play football. But you never know. Here we go. We'll find out.
There's the kick. This one's deep. It's going to run in or get into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. So 11:45 to go here in this game. One play has only been run.
The kicker kicks the ball off through the end zone, and it's a touchback for the Burbank Bulldogs coming to the 25-yard line. And I'm telling you, that's an underappreciated skill. As a former special teams coach, I would always take a kicker that could kick the ball out of the end zone and not have a return. You're welcome to start. Back in the day, you're welcome to start at the 20-yard line. Now we start at the 25. This is a handoff for the Burbank Bulldogs, and they've turned the corner for a big 7-yard gain. It was Roman Garcia who took the handoff there from Kevin Hernandez. So there again, we were talking about that mystery. Who would start at quarterback? Who would start at the wide receiver? The mystery is solved.
Quick back to the line of scrimmage, and they run through that same play, but this time the pass went forward and incomplete.
The intended receiver for the Burbank Bulldogs was Izzy Zapata, and if memory serves me, Izzy Zapata is a former player of the game for RC Audio Sports, and a very talented receiver. And if he can get the ball out in space, as we say, he can run.
Quick, no huddle. Hernandez will keep it himself. Away from one defender, two defenders, three defenders, gets a couple big blocks, comes the other way, finding some room on the left side, still on his feet across the 40, near the 35. What a spectacular run by Kevin Hernandez.
Bobby, by the way, did we say that Kevin Hernandez was special?
You called it, Coach.
Oh, my gosh.
For many years, he's been doing that for the Burbank
starting
Bulldogs.
as a freshman. Quick snap here.
And there's Kevin Hernandez looking deep, plenty of time, gets rid of the football as he saw the pressure coming. He got rid of the football right away as Adrian Cortez, but there's a flag on the play. They are going to call it intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. Kevin Hernandez probably just lost his thought there. He thought, of course, he was outside of the tackle box. So, but the key there is he's got to get the ball beyond the line of scrimmage. And he just threw it there in front of him. He was about 7 yards deep, and he threw it forward about 3 yards. Didn't reach the line of scrimmage, so that's why that one is an intentional grounding, even though Kevin was clearly outside of the tackle box.
Coach, how cool and calm was Kevin, though, as he was rolling through the right side and that pressure coming?
Good point. I'd like to visit on that one.
Fakes the handoff. Little pass completed along the sideline. First down, pass caught by Edward Balomo.
Kevin Hernandez takes a shot as he releases the ball. Remington Road gets a shot up high, and I think the official kind of thought about pulling that flag and decided against it. But the Bulldogs were on the move, and here comes another quick snap.
And that was a 20-yard gain. The Bulldogs keep it on the ground, but this time the Bears come together and make a stop for a loss of 2 yards.
I remember last year visiting with Coach Mull before the season, and he told us that he wanted to be the most up-tempo offense in the city of San Antonio. We're seeing a good example of that.
And here comes Kevin Hernandez, looks left, looks right. Receiver all by his lonesome in the end zone. The pass is caught by Aiden. Is that 8 or 3?
Looks like number 3 to me, Bobby. I think it's Izzy Zapata.
Izzy Zapata. But there's a flag on the play, Coach.
There's a flag, and we'll see if that was with live action or after the whistle had been blown. So let's watch the officials. They're conferencing on it now and trying to determine whether that flag was thrown while the play was alive. If it is, it'll nullify the touchdown. If it's a dead ball penalty, then of course the touchdown will stand. But Izzy Zapata, we told you about him, just it was a dead ball foul, so Brian Null and the Vernia Bears are going to get their option, and they're going to decide to enforce that penalty at the kick. And so the Burbank Bulldogs will snap this from the 3-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard, as normal, a 20-yard PAT attempt.
Lance Trevino getting ready to try for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights. And just like that, the Burbank Bulldogs had tied this ball game up here in the first quarter with 10:16 to go in this first quarter. You are watching SAISD High School Football on RC Audio Sports 2. Okay.
Yeah, we bring you back to the San Antonio ISD Sports Complex on the campus of Burbank High School. Of course, it's one of 2 football stadiums in the district. Let me tell you about that touchdown.
7 plays, 75-yard drive, 20-yard touchdown pass.
From Kevin Hernandez to Izzy Zapata, and we had just previously told you that Izzy Zapata was very talented. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give credit to that touchdown and how open Izzy was to the up-tempo offense. It's very difficult, and as many formations as the Burbank Bulldogs have, the Bears are going to be challenged to line up. I mean, you give up a play, and you've got to line up immediately.
Had that huge play, that huge run by Kevin Hernandez. He had a 35-yard run from the line of scrimmage there, too. And as soon as he got that first down, they lined up and snapped it right away.
And to your, let's watch this kickoff, and I do want to address that before we get too far.
There's the kick. It's a short kick, lands on the carpet, bobbled, and it's hung on to. And that was number 15 for the Bears, Aiden Kunz.
I was going to address that Kevin Hernandez, that long run, and then a quick up-tempo offense. What you're going to see with Coach Mull's Burbank Bulldog offense is after a first down or after a big play, it's super up-tempo, line up in a hurry. And the very next play, Kevin Hernandez, you talked about how much time he had. I think the defenders were gassed. I mean, they chased him all over the field and then had to line up again. And so Kevin Hernandez had the benefit of some pretty good offensive line protection. But I think if I was a defensive player on that play, I think I'd have been gassed.
2 receivers split to each side now. I believe this is the first time we see the offense for the Bears. They keep it on the ground, make their way to the outside. The ball is carried by Sean Garza, the junior running back. So a 6-yard carry, 40 ball spotted now on the 44. Right side, Garza again. He gets down to the 35. A nice pickup there. Move the chains for the Bears. Bears coming out. 2 receivers, 1 receiver to the right side. Dropping back. Hayjack going deep. Ball's in the air. Pass is caught in the end zone. Hayjack just put it up in the air and made it a jump ball for his receiver. Peyton Stahl in the end zone to make the catch there. 35-yard touchdown pass. So the extra point is good. 14-7 our score. You're watching high school, SAISD high school football on RC Audio Sports 2.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
We welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex. The Vernia Bears answer quickly right back with just 3 plays, only 50 yards, take about 40 seconds off the clock to get into the end zone. It was a 35-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Keegan Hajek to his receiver Peyton Stahl. So our score now 14-7. The extra point, of course, was good. But with 9:29 to go here in this first quarter, it's been lots of action. Everything we expected it to be between these two teams. There's the kick. Nice. High end over ender. It's going to be fielded at the 5. Here come the Bulldogs. Up the middle. Flags coming from everywhere. So the Bulldogs are waiting to see what this flag is on, to see where they're going to be starting from. But a quick response there, Coach Villafranca, by the Vernia Bears to get into the end zone. Only 3 plays, traveling 50 yards. A nice pass by Hajek, the quarterback, to find Peyton Stahl in the end zone.
14 points, 3 offensive plays. Not too bad, huh?
Yeah.
Coach Brian Null of the Vernia Bears has got to be pleased with that. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think that 14 points are going to stand, and I don't think that 14 points will be the Bears' final score either. But we are watching as we no longer have to. We no longer have to make this point. You're seeing it for yourself. We're watching a couple of very explosive teams, 2 teams that we fully expect to still be playing in week 11 of this football season.
We really appreciate you joining us to watch this game this evening. We do have our chat open, so please let us know where you are watching and cheering your team on from. Out of the shotgun, Kevin Hernandez has some time, now has a little pressure, steps up into the pocket, gets away from 1 tackle, gets rid of the football, and he was looking to get it to his receiver, Roman Garcia, but Kevin Hernandez just very calm, very patient in the pocket, Coach. You could tell he's been in this system for quite some time.
One of the things, if you're scouting Burbank, you've got to tell your defense that Kevin Hernandez will extend plays. You don't stop playing defense until you hear a whistle.
And true to form, they get right back to the football for the next play, and it's kept on the ground. 1 yard gain there. So it's bringing up a 3rd down here for the Bulldogs.
It's a little bit of a paradox, but sometimes you almost don't want Kevin Hernandez to break the pocket. He might be more dangerous out of the pocket than he is inside of it.
Hernandez rolling outside the pocket, looking deep, sideline to pass, incomplete. The fans here at Burbank want a little bit of contact there, but I believe it may be just a little incidental.
Well, I'm looking across the field, Bobby. The Vernia fans thought that was great defense. So the officials agree with the Vernia Bears bleachers and giving the defender giving him credit for some great defense.
Vernia preparing themselves for a punt. Back to receive, Aiden Hajek. He catches it at the 50-yard line. He had enough hang time there, enough time for Izzy Zapata to get there, but there is a flag on the play.
Officiating crews now high tech to keep the game going. The walkie-talkie or wireless communication with each other, and the officials don't have to go up to the referee to tell them what they think they've seen. An illegal block is what we saw here on the sideline. Communicated that to the referee, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And that'll be a 10-yard penalty, so the Bears will not start this possession on the Burbank end of the field. They're going to start it on their own 41-yard line, if I'm counting out correctly.
Well, they were fixing to start off right at midfield, and that illegal block will set them back to their own 41. How about the size of Lavernia's offensive line there, Coach?
Well, we spent some time before the game on the field and trying to visit and getting a glimpse at what we're going to be calling.
Out of the shotgun, handoff real quick to the right side on a jet sweep. That's Cooper Knoll. Gets a couple of yards there.
And some great size and length almost across that roster for the Lavernia Bears. So Coach Knoll having the luxury of coaching some pretty good-looking athletes over there in white.
Well, that's what you want to see when you have an offensive line, as Glenn would call them, big bodies.
Big bodies.
Out of the shotgun now with split receivers to each side. Play action, pass, intercepted. Burbank's going to get into the end zone. That is right. Ambrose Leyva, the ball tipped.
By Ryan Vasquez.
And then caught and sent back to the end zone. Boy, what a defensive play there. And we were just, Coach, we were just talking about that huge offensive line for the Bears, and what a great defensive rush there by the defense for the Bulldogs.
We've watched a few Burbank games, and Ryan Vasquez was one of the names that we mentioned in pregame. He's just an excellent rush end. He's an excellent run defensive end, and in that case, he got his big paw up there and knocked the pass down. And the beneficiary of that, Ambrose Leyva, gets the ball on the deflection, and we're going to call it's an interception return. It's a 2 pick sixes that we have already, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
Burbank is ready to go. They were waiting for their big man to get on the field, Roger Garcia.
Well, if I may, Bobby, on that, usually you have a kick the field session on Thursday, and you talk about all these substitutions. One of the hardest substitutions to make is extra point after a defensive touchdown, because you score an offensive touchdown, most of those people are already on the field. You score a defensive touchdown, you got to get a lot of people off the sideline to get to that play.
Extra point this time is good, and it is from a few yards back.
I like it. The Burbank Bulldogs saw that the coaching staff saw that they were having trouble lining up, but they said, wait, just wait. We're not calling a timeout. Take your penalty. They know what their kicker can do, and they proved correct on that decision. So coaching staff for the Burbank Bulldogs, they know their troops.
14-14 our score. We'll keep it right here, as this has been a very fast-paced game. We've seen a lot. We've seen special teams turnover. We've seen fumble recovery back to the touchdown. Long pass. We've seen an interception for a touchdown.
Onside kick. Did you mention an onside kick?
Onside kick that got brought back. Yes, it's been a game. These two teams are going at it.
You know, Bob, it's time to start thinking about our player of the game as we. Hey, wait a minute. We're still in the first quarter. My goodness. We've seen enough. We've seen more big plays already in the first 5 minutes, 4 minutes and a fraction there that we see sometimes in a 4-quarter game.
And usually you're just looking at standard procedure here, but you don't know what's going to happen as Burbank gets ready to kick off. From the left foot. Short kick, bobbled, picked up, sideline, good block. There he goes. across the 40 to the 35 where he's knocked out of bounds. Again, wow, we've seen just a little bit of everything tonight, Coach.
The Burbank kicker, he wears number 80 on his jersey. That would be Giovanni Lopez, and very skilled. He's got a repertoire of kicks. He's got a couple of high loft kicks. We saw him onside kick there. Kevin actually was the onside kicker there. But one of the dangers about kicking that ball on the sideline is if the return team can anticipate that, it's easier to wall off a return, and the Vernia Bears did exactly that. Like, played judo, special teams judo.
The Bears in great field position from the 36. They keep the ball on the ground and hand it off to their running back, Sean Garza, the junior, who gets a good chunk of yards and a first down to the 23-yard line. 13-yard pickup there on the first play of the drive for the Bears.
No huddle offense. Null will run a little bit of an up-tempo himself.
Second down. They keep it up the middle just to check the defense. Maybe a yard on that play. We'll call it 2.
A lot of times, Bobby, these up-tempo offensive minds on coaching staffs these days, the tempo will fluctuate back and forth, but after a first down, you're almost sure to see a quick snap after the chains are moved.
They give him 1 yard on that one, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action, pass down the middle of the field. Great defense. The pass was batted down. There's a flag on the play, however.
It looked like good timing on the contact, but that helmet came off, Bobby, and the receiver was motioning as if he had been, his face mask had been grabbed. It looks like it's going to be a face mask against a defender. The timing was okay, and you might have heard the oohs over here on this side, on the Burbank side, as they saw that flag fly, and thinking that it was not interference. It was not. It was the face mask was gotten a hold of. So half the distance, an automatic first down. This will be snapped from about the 11-yard line.
That pass was intended for number 11, Logan Madem. And here we go, a new set of downs here after that penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Garza, left side, stretching it out. He gets dropped down right around the 8-yard line.
Brendan Little, wide receiver for the Vernia Bears, a nice block out here on the edge. And you love to see your wide receivers holding their blocks and maintaining them as the runner gets there. It's a long time if you're playing a wide receiver spot. It takes a long time for that running back to get to your spot, and it takes a lot of technique to be a good blocker out there, effective blocker.
6:07 on the clock. Quick pass to the right side. Pass complete, pitch and catch. Made it look easy as he went back to his big guy, number 11, Logan Madem, for the touchdown.
Defending on the play is Isaac Guerra, and he's given up some height there. That's going to be a tough assignment for the Bulldog defense all night long. We'll see if Coach Mull and Coach Rudy Dos Santos, who's the defensive coordinator here for Burbank, is able to make an adjustment with that.
The extra point is good. So now the Vernia Bears will lead the Burbank Bulldogs 21-14 with 5:59 to go here in this first quarter. That's right, the first quarter. You're watching SAISD High School Football on RC Audio Sports 2.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
All right, the scoring summary there, a 5-play drive, 36 yards it went for. It was an 8-yard touchdown pass to Logan Madem at the back of the end zone to put 21 points, the 21st, actually, technically the 20th point, and then the catcher put the 21st point out there. But we're at the 6-minute mark. That means we're halfway through the first quarter. I'm doing some math here. This is we're at about a 160-point clip right now.
Yeah, I know you like to do that forecast in basketball as far as what the score should be, but boy, we should be in the triple digits if this pace does continue. The kick, nice little short end-over-ender that'll take a bounce, but picked up by the Bulldogs, and that is number 3, Izzy Zapata. Zapata gets it to the 26-yard line, where the Burbank Bulldogs are having an opportunity to respond.
Izzy Zapata, you saw an example of his evasiveness as he made a couple of kickoff covermen miss. He gets all the way out beyond the 25-yard line to the 26, as Bobby just described, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, again, with the fast-paced style offense here, led by Kevin Hernandez. They send a man in motion, and he'll get the handoff. That's James Gonzalez. He's got some speed, but he's met up with some power right at the 31-yard line and brought down.
Aiden Hajek steps up. He steps up from the secondary to make the tackle after about a 4-yard gain, but a nice first down play for the Bulldogs. I'm sure most offensive coordinators will say, I'll take 4 yards on first down.
Hernandez looking deep. Izzy has it. Izzy may get to the end zone, and he does on a 70-yard touchdown completion. Izzy Zapata and Kevin Hernandez. And Coach, we talked about Kevin Hernandez. You talked about Izzy Zapata. This Burbank Bulldog football team is here to play.
There are weapons on both sidelines here. This has got to be exciting for Coach Mull here for the Bulldogs, Coach Null over there for the Bears. I mean, they've got all kinds of options to go to. Izzy Zapata, what a talented wide receiver he is.
Extra point is good, so we're all knotted up here at 21 with 5:11 to go. We'll keep it right here just because this is just such a fast-paced ball game, and how lucky are we to be here for this game right now, Coach?
Every single night, super lucky today. Bobby, I'm going to do some math. I am forecasting 168 to 168. We're going to overtime if we continue at this pace. But good gosh, can these guys put points on the board? Both the Bears and the Bulldogs have put a touchdown. Their defensive units have put a touchdown on the board.
And you know, Coach, we've covered Burbank here consistently for the last couple of years. And one of the things that I just get, there is an aura from this team, right? That they just know that they belong on the field with just about anybody.
And we appreciate you coming into our chat room there, Heather. We appreciate especially pronunciations for last names. It sure looks like Hajek to us, but we're going to take your word for it, and it's Hike. So Hike is the name, and we're going with that, Heather, from here on out. Thank you for tuning in to RC Audio Sports 2. While you're here, subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified every time that we go live. So Aiden Hike, Keegan Hike, quarterback and defensive back for the Vernia Bears.
Well, it only took them 40 seconds, Coach, to get 3 plays off, go 70 yards. And, of course, that Hernandez pass to Izzy Zapata into the end zone. Of course, the extra point was good. So 21-21, still 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Heather, I'm going to tell you a story. Early in my broadcasting days, we called a game from Buda, Texas. I spent about a quarter calling it Buda, Texas. And, boy, I was corrected on that. And I'm here to tell you, it's Buda, Texas, not Buda.
Kick, this time, goes in the middle of the field, and it will be fielded at the 20-yard line. There's a little bit of room. Still on his feet. Aiden Coons on the return, gets it into Burbank territory.
Bob, a shout out to the Vernia Bear return team. These big returns are not by accident. There is some excellent blocking once that return man gets his hands on the ball. I am telling you, the front 7 guys are creating some running lanes for their return men, whether it's on the sideline or up the middle. Man, shout out to that Vernia kickoff return team.
Bears now on the field at the line of scrimmage. They come out with 2 receivers to our near side. 1 man in the backfield with Hike. The handoff up the middle. Garza gets brought down at the 46-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup there for the running back.
The Bears on first down go between tackles, and you got to give those 3-yard gain. You got to give that credit to the big Bear offensive line. As soon as that ball was snapped, just like that, the offensive line had moved up. The line of scrimmage had moved up 2 and 3 yards. So good job for the Bear OL.
Second down, 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Excuse me. The handoff is kept by the quarterback, right side. Still on his feet, thought he was down, as Keegan Hike is brought down, not before he picked up a first down. One tough customer, Keegan Hike is.
Word to the wise, if you're playing Burbank Bulldogs defense, Hike, if he's by the sideline, he's not necessarily going to step out of bounds. Boy, he had every opportunity to step out of bounds and end that play, and he decided to stay live. About another 2 or 3 yards added to the end of that play. Those yards will make a difference.
Total of 8 yards on that pickup for the Bears. They keep it on the ground. Garza finds enough room to get past the first line of defense for the Bulldogs and gets it over to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 8.
Thank you, Heather. Once again, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate your kind words. It's Isaiah Castro has got the field camera, and Reese Robeson is upstairs with that, and we have to agree with you. They are excellent, excellent cameramen. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for chatting with us.
1 receiver split to each side now for the Bears. As Hike looks left, now goes right. Down the sideline, the pass, batted away. Good defensive effort there by Isaac Guerra.
Pass broken up by number 11, Isaac Guerra.
Isaac Guerra able to make the play on that, and you can see that Coach Brian Null is going to focus on that matchup, as Guerra has given up a little bit of height there to the receiver, number 11 for the Lavernia Bears, is Logan Matum, and you can see that Coach Null really likes that lineup. Some
Coach,
movement, flags finally come out, whistles will blow.
Coach, I was just looking here at my note sheet as I'm taking notes, and I was thinking, I think it just seems like in every drive we've had just about a touchdown, and we have just about, except for one instance where there was 1 punt.
The Bears did punt out of their own end zone, indeed, and technically I think you're correct, but it was the Bulldogs that had the ball. A touchdown was scored, but it was the Bears.
Yeah, so I'm going off of drives, and there's been a touchdown just about in every drive.
Offense or defense, somebody has scored.
Yes.
The Bulldogs repaid the favor a little later in that first quarter.
Big third down now here for the Bears. Rolling right, here comes pressure. Hike gets rid of the football, the pass complete to his big target, Logan Matum.
Keegan Hike, he's doing something there that is going to get the attention of some next-level coaches here, really checking off his routes and being patient. I think his first option was a throwback. That wasn't there, and then he found something over the middle and completed that for a first down. Good job, Keegan Hike.
10-yard gain on that one. Low snap for Hike. He looks left, looks right, going deep again. The pass is caught. Again, it's just a mismatch there between Logan Matum and the defender, Isaac Guerra. There's about a 6-inch differential between them.
At least, and Guerra, in his defense, no pun intended, in his defense, he's really doing a good job, and he's in good position, but those jump balls are just not going to go in his favor, and again, Coach Null is going to keep going back to that. The Bears will keep going back to that until the Bulldogs can come up with an answer for it.
So that connection has been a couple of times already between the two, as the extra point is good, and that kid goes into the Burbank parking lot for the extra point. So we'll take a break. The score, 28-21. It is Lavernia Bears on top of the Bulldogs. You're watching SAISD High School football on RC Audio Sports 2.
Ready! Set!
bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
And we welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex. The Bulldogs gave up a touchdown there, and it was a 7-play drive for the Bears, 49 yards. It was a 21-yard touchdown pass from Hike to Matum. The score now 28-21. Back and forth this game has been, right, Coach?
Back and forth, and the pendulum will swing now back to the Burbank Bulldogs and see if they can answer. So far, each team has had an answer for the other, and we'll see how long that pace can be sustained.
Here comes the Bulldogs as they get across the 25 down to maybe the 26-yard line. And guess what? We are still, Coach, in the first quarter.
Oh my gosh, that's 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Brittany, we thank you for joining us here in the chat room. I'm going to take it that you're not asking facetiously. Vernia, a small town just east of San Antonio. Highway 87 is how most San Antonians drive to get there. The Vernia Bears, a long history of successful athletic teams. A football team last year went to 3 rounds, and they're known for having deep runs in the playoffs.
Kevin Hernandez and the Bulldogs ready to roll. Rolling right side. Hernandez keeps it himself, following some lead blockers. The big number 55 there for the Bulldogs. Doing a good job of leading the block. Jonathan Marufo. 5-yard pickup there for the Bulldogs. Left side, Hernandez keeping it himself. Spins, gets the first down, and he moves the chains for the Bulldogs as they get to the 35-yard line.
Easier said than done, but defenses that play the Burbank Bulldogs, it's really important to slow this Burbank Bulldog team down, to keep Kevin in the pocket. Anytime he can extend the play, he's a dual threat, and he rarely makes a wrong decision. If he's got somebody open, he's going to fling it, and if he doesn't, he's going to keep it on the ground.
Great crowd here tonight for this ball game. The handoff right side, lowering the shoulder. Both trains colliding there. That's good football play there. The Roman Garcia with the run.
44 for the Vernia Bears. Bo Barrett in on that tackle, and I've got to make a note by him, put a little check by him as we consider players of the game later. He's made some great tackles.
Quick pass, completed, right side. Small chunks of yards here in this drive for the Burbank Bulldogs. The catch was made by James Gonzalez.
I'm going to shout out Izzy Zapata as a wide receiver who made a nice block. We've seen Izzy Zapata at the end of some Kevin Hernandez passes, so we know he can run routes and catch, but a nice block for him on that little tunnel screen, and he's going to come out. He looks a little shaken up after that play, so Coach Mull going to give him a break, let the trainers check him out before they put him back on the field.
6-yard pickup there on that previous play. 3rd and short now for the Bulldogs. Hernandez surveying, looking, firing left, leading the way. There's some contact there. No flags. As it was a difficult throw there for Hernandez as he was throwing on the opposite side of the field to good coverage.
A little bit of a throwback route. Colby Gates in good coverage, wasn't fooled by it, stayed with his assignment, and Kevin Hernandez was challenged to have to get that pass over the defender and into the receiver's arms, unable to do that. That was a high difficulty pass. Whoops, little movement.
Was that on the
Burbank
offense
side, I think?
That takes that little option away there for the Bulldogs if it is against them, because with Kevin Hernandez not only being your punter, of course, obviously your quarterback as well, you know he's got that license to make that decision.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's one of the luxuries that special teams coaches that have an athlete back there punting the ball have, and that it really forces the return team to move up and play defense, and it's difficult to get a return there. So Kevin Hernandez back to punt, and let's see if he does.
And he will. The punt. And Hike will let that go into the out of bounds there. So this time it was a punt, the first punt of the evening for the Bulldogs. Shall we say this game is starting to settle down here
Maybe.
with 19 seconds in the first quarter?
We'll see, Bobby. But some of the little things I'd like to point out, this is week one. We're in week one.
And
These
Coach,
guys are week one ready.
We covered a game on Thursday, a game on Friday, and I'm telling you what, these two teams seem to have a lot less mistakes than the teams that we covered.
They're running at it's just a different speed. They are week one ready. In high school football, you just have to expect a little week one-itis. And you know, we covered some teams that had a little week one-itis, and I don't think that either of these teams are suffering from that.
They keep it on the ground as Garza takes it right. Staying home is the defenders, the corners there. And still enough to get down the field. That might be enough to run the clock out, but go right ahead, Coach, with your thought.
I was going to say that some of the little things, Kevin Hernandez on that punting away from height and getting some good distance on it. So there are a lot of little things that are going on that these teams can do that make them successful. Enjoying this call, enjoying your call, Bobby, enjoying this game. You're watching SAISD football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel, The Dose. We'll be right back.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you.
We welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex, where we have ourselves a terrific game, 28-21. We are just now starting the second quarter here. And the Bears will keep it on the ground. Garza finds the corner, loves that side, and he gets it, near midfield.
Peyton Stahl, a junior halfback, a two-letterman, here for his third letter with the Vernia Bears out in front of that and really clearing the way for the running back. Number 8 he wears. Peyton Stahl.
First down. Ball now spotted at the Burbank 47. Hike, rolls left, has plenty of time, runs up, gets it all by himself, finds wide, and a wide area, gets across the 30, finally knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line on a 22-yard run.
Vernia Bears hike rolling to his left somewhat, but it was a rolling pocket with him. It really wasn't a sprint out. The pocket rolled with him, and the backside contained for the Burbank Bulldog defense wasn't there. And Hike read that and made the most of it all the way to almost into the red zone. They'll snap this one from the 26, the Bulldogs' 26-yard line.
The Bears, timeout is taken. Our first timeout of the game here. So the timeout will be taken by Burbank with 11:15 to go here in this second quarter.
And we're going to take this time to welcome a new member of the RC Audio Sports team. It's Presidio Concrete, and thank you so much for joining us this year. It's Hector Gonzalez, Dre Gutierrez are owners of Presidio Concrete, in business since 2021. Not very long, but boy, have they gotten off to a great start. They will help you with small jobs, with medium-sized jobs, large jobs. Let me tell you something. If you got a porch to pour, you got a driveway to pour, Presidio Concrete can do that. If you're laying a foundation for a house or a multi-family unit, we can do that. I'll tell you one other thing. If you're building a gorilla enclosure in the San Antonio Zoo, Presidio Concrete can do that too. If you're building Veterans Memorial Stadium and you need concrete work in Judson ISD, Presidio Concrete can do that too. So the number right there is on the screen for you. You got a concrete job, call Presidio Concrete.
Well, I can tell you Glenn said he's going to be giving him a call because he does need a back porch to be done. Here we go. The Bears keep it on the ground. Handoff goes to Aiden Coons.
Ryan Vasquez in pursuit there, and Jesus Apolinario, you're exactly right. The class that you compete in really doesn't tell, is not a tell of how good of a team you are. You can be any class and be high class, play some high class football, as is being shown here this evening.
2nd down and 4 to go here. 10:45 to go in the second quarter. The ball spotted at the Burbank 20-yard line. The Bears send a man in motion. It is a keeper over to the right side, and Keegan Hike will just go 20 yards untouched into the end zone. What a great play call there by the staff on the Bears side.
3 different plays that the Lavernia Bears ran in that series, but they were identical in that a roll left and then they came back to the right. So they've got a sense there that they're able to run on that edge on the Lavernia Bears offensive right. 3 plays that for big gains, and the last one for a touchdown there that the Lavernia Bears ran in that series.
The extra point attempt is good. So touchdown made there, and the extra point by Luke Green. So now a 35-21 lead here with 10:26 to go. You are watching SAISD football on RC Audio Sports 2.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 walking on beams of light, 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 light.
The On-Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On-Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On-Par Golf.
We welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex. We are in the second quarter with 10:26 to go. It was a 6-play, 72-yard drive. It was a quarterback keeper by Keegan Hike to get into the end zone on a 20-yard drive. The extra point was good. The lead extended now here for Lavernia, 35-21. There's a kick fielded at the 15 and brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Quick down the field, Dylan St. John. Boy, he was sprinting from the get-go, and he got there about the time that the return man got the ball, and boy, laid him out pretty good. That was some big contact by the Lavernia Bear cover team. The Bulldogs will start this series at the 26-yard line. If I fact-check me here, Bobby, but I think this is the first time there's been a 2-touchdown deficit for either team, and that's important. You know, as explosive as these teams are, this the Burbank Bulldogs having to punt a couple of times. They're two touchdowns behind. The Bears haven't had to punt yet. So again, this is a big, B-I-G, big offensive series for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs send a man in motion. They hand the ball off. Now it's a halfback pass down the field. The pass is caught. What a great play called by the Bulldogs coaching staff. Izzy Zapata on the catch. The pass made by number 15. That's Roman Garcia.
The backup quarterback, jet sweep. Roman Garcia takes the handoff and then looks downfield. Izzy Zapata, what an adjustment that Izzy made on that play. We got a roll to the left here, Kevin Hernandez, and he's going to get tackled by the shoestring or the Velcro strap or whatever he has on his shoes there. Izzy, it was Remington Rohde that made that tackle. But I want to go back to the previous play. It didn't look like Izzy Zapata had a chance to make that play, but what an adjustment that he did, curling back around, keeping his eyes on the ball, making the basket, and what a catch for a big first down and first play of this very important drive for the Bulldogs.
Coach, and I know you're talking about being down 2 touchdowns. That's exactly the type of play that the Bulldogs need to get right back in this momentum here. Hernandez looking left, pump fakes. Now he's going deep, looking for his receiver. The pass incomplete. He was looking for Matthew Reyna, who had good coverage there by Colby Gates.
That pass was incomplete. But, Bobby, I'm going to say that might be the prettiest incomplete pass I've ever seen. Kevin Hernandez, so how accurate is he? That was a 35-yard pass. He's a right-hander rolling to his left. And, my gosh, he put that on the money. But the reason it wasn't caught was that the Bears were playing some excellent defense and really didn't leave any room for Matthew Reyna to catch that ball. So a great play offensively, great play defensively. We're back for 3rd and long.
And this is a big 3rd down here because the Bulldogs have not yet been able to complete a conversion here the last couple of downs. Here comes another long pass and just short, but there is a flag on the play. Oh boy, double coverage he threw into.
Double coverage, it was a fly route right down the railroad tracks over there on the far sideline. And again, Kevin Hernandez puts that right on the money. The double coverage did not allow the receiver to touch the ball at all, but there was a lot of contact, and a 15-yard penalty will be enforced. That was number 15. He had to come over here. Roman Garcia, of course. Roman Garcia was the intended receiver there. I should know 15. Backup quarterback, wide receiver, sophomore, and quite the athlete.
Ball now spotted at the Bear 27. Hernandez, quick pass. Caught. Zapata across the 15. Hit at the 10. Still on his feet. Took a couple of big hits and got down to the 8-yard line. Big play there. Big plays happening in this drive for the Burbank Bulldogs.
This will be a quick snap, I'm sure, but if we can get this in, how about the yards after catch? Oh my gosh, Izzy Zapata, the vision that he has. He makes the catch and assesses the field immediately. We got a bunch on the left side here. What are we going to do?
Left side handoff up to the 5-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup there.
A tackle over and a bunch formation tied on the left side, and the Burbank Bulldogs seeing if they can catch the Vernia Bears miss a line. Good for a few yards, but we've got a substitution here. In the middle of a substitution, we've got a Bear in offsides territory. We'll see if the Bear coaching staff was able to get a timeout called in time.
Gail Guerrero was the running back, or the back that it was direct snap to.
Well, I think that was the substitution rule that Coach Knoll is reminding the officials that they've got to have enough time when the offense substitutes. They've got to give defense time to substitute as well.
So here we go. Hernandez looking left, shuffling, fires a bullet. Pass is caught. Number 20, Gail Guerrero. And the Bulldogs answer right back. 7:56 to go in this second quarter.
I'm just going to say, Kevin Hernandez ever challenges you to a dart game, don't take the challenge. Man, that guy is accurate. We've watched him for 4 years. He was special as a freshman. He's gotten better every year. The ball is on the tee, and it's kicked through the uprights. And just like that, the Bulldogs are back within a touchdown. So the defense now being called on to stop the Bears for the first time tonight. You're watching San Antonio ISD football from the SAISD Sports Complex on the RC Audio Sports 2, the Dose YouTube channel.
Get ready. Grab it, let's go.
Go, Victor. Hold it, go.
Longest drive of the night here for the Burbank Bulldogs. 10 plays. They went 75 yards. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass from Hernandez to Guerrero. And the Burbank Bulldogs now trailing by 1 touchdown. Our score, 35-28 with 7:56 left to go in this second quarter.
The Burbank Bulldogs offense answers the bell, and a big drive for them. And now the bell is ringing for the Burbank defense, and see if they can do the same. The Vernia Bear offense has yet to really be slowed down at all. We'll see if the Bulldogs can keep them out of the end zone on this series.
Little shuffling of players on the kickoff. They're set. They're good to go. Kickoff by Giovanni Lopez. Short kick goes out of bounds.
Man, you got to love it.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you this question. Based off of the last couple of nights, we saw, even in the first quarters of the games, lots of cramping on Thursday and Friday. Do you think they noticed this? And I haven't seen any cramping out here this evening. It's still early.
Still early, yes. Yeah, still early, yeah. It's, it's hot in South Texas. Again, Mary Lou Vertitas, one of the best trainers that I've ever known, she would always remind the athletes that it's not what you drink, it's not the hydration that you're taking care of on game day. You've got to hydrate Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's got to be a consistent pattern. So I don't know, could it be really anything that they saw and they adjusted to, but it might be a little cooler night as well.
Ball handed off, and Garza bounced around there, got to about the 50-yard line, a couple of yards on that play there. That was a good effort, second effort that got him those additional 2 yards.
And then as play progresses, and the turf is always going to be 5, maybe 10 degrees hotter than it is up here in the bleachers up high. But it's a challenge to stay hydrated and play football in South Texas in August.
Hike gets the pass over to his receiver. Brendan Little, the receiver, but there are flags on the play.
The official on this side of the field indicates holding, and using his wireless device to communicate to the referee there. The holding where he threw the flag on the Bears' 49-yard line. So that's going to come back. That's a 10-yard penalty from the foul, if the foul occurred in front of the line of scrimmage. This is going to go back to the Bear 40. Very few flags. We talked about just how penalty-free this was and how week one ready both of these squads were. But holding's going to happen. That's not necessarily, can't really call that a mistake. Holding's going to happen sometimes.
Second down. Check that. Yes, second down and 18. Play action. Hike. Looking. Nice throw. Down the field. A pass. Oh, boy. Almost caught there by the receiver, Caden Fox.
Eric Govea, the closest defender. But Hike here in the pocket, some great protection. And one of the things that you measure is how many times do you allow the quarterback to throw downfield and allow him to watch the pass fall in the receiver's hands. The Burbank Bulldogs having a hard time getting to Hike, and Hike being given that amount of time, he's going to hurt you.
And how great was that throw? Just unable to bring in the football with
Couldn't bring
Fox.
that one in, right. A very well thrown pass.
So that now brings up a 3rd and 18. Hike in the pocket, has to roll out, pointing down the field, and he had to get rid of that one quickly. Couldn't set his feet, and that pass is incomplete as well. So that big stop that you were talking about for the Burbank Bulldog just happened.
It happened, and I wasn't sure if the Vernia Bears had a punt team or not, but here they are. They're coming out. They've got a punt team.
This is their second punt of the evening.
Number 5, this is Caparelli. Now punt for the Bears. In the backfield for Burbank. Number 3 is the Papa.
Punting unit on the field. There's the punt. That one's going to go out of bounds, so. .636 to go in this second quarter. The Burbank Bulldog defense did its job. They were down by 2 touchdowns just a moment ago. The offense scored, did their part. Defense did their part by making a stop, and now given an opportunity here for the offense to come right back. So Kevin Hernandez and the Burbank Bulldogs will start from their own 32-yard line with plenty of time here in the second quarter. 6:36 to go. Hernandez with a one-back set and 2 receivers split to each side. Quick pass, left side. It is caught, and immediately hit is Matthew Reyna.
How about that Vernia Bear defense and their pursuit. You've got defensive linemen stopping their rush and sprinting over here to the numbers and outside the numbers to make the tackle. And anytime you've got one defensive lineman out here outside the numbers, that's a good thing. You got 2 or 3 of them, boy, that's a hustling defense.
They keep it up the middle. The Bulldogs do across the 35, a good chunk of yards there to the 38-yard line.
Big third down for the Burbank Bulldogs. They stopped the Bears on the previous possession, stopping the Bears twice consecutively. That's a tall order.
Now the Bears looking for a big stop. Hernandez is going to get pressured. Hernandez is going to go down. What a big tackle there. I believe that was number 4. That looked like Colby Gates.
And here you go, Bobby. According to the rules, if you lose your helmet, you've got to go out of play. That was third down. Here comes fourth, and we got a punt. The Burbank Bulldogs have got to send their backup punter onto the field or maybe take a timeout in this situation. The Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts left. Let's see what the Burbank Brain Trust is going to do with this one.
Kevin Hernandez, I can see him on the sideline. He is not happy with himself. He looks frustrated that he allowed that sack there, so they are going to call a timeout. They do want their best athlete on the field for this 4th down, so well worth the call, in my opinion.
I would take the timeout as well, especially when you're going to have to punt from inside your 15-yard line. You kind of want your guy out there to do that, and so the Burbank Bulldogs Brain Trust calls a timeout, and that's going to allow Kevin Hernandez back into the game, even though he lost his helmet on the previous play. Bobby, on the sack that Kevin Hernandez just took, you're exactly right. You know, one of the things that we've learned about Kevin Hernandez is that he rarely takes a sack. He will throw the ball away, and I think he thought he had an evade route or an evade path route, as you will, and it just wasn't able to get it. Great defense by the contained man on the left side of the Vernia Bear defense on that play.
Well, the punting unit out onto the field here for the Burbank Bulldogs. Kevin Hernandez set to punt. 1 man back to receive for the Vernia Bears. He will let that drop. Nice Burbank bounce. Great punt by Kevin Hernandez, getting the Bears back down to their own 40-yard line with 4:54 to go here in this second quarter.
That went about 20 yards in the air and then rolled about another 20 yards. So an advantageous bounce for the Burbank Bulldogs. It looked like the Bears were going to benefit from a short field, but they're backed up just a little bit further than it looked like when that punt began, when the punt was originated. They'll start from their own 40-yard line. This will require a 60-yard touchdown drive to get in the end zone.
Keegan Hike with 2 men in the backfield. They'll give it over to Garza.
Oh, reverse.
Whoa, missed that one.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a reverse if it doesn't get reversed. But the Vernia Bears trying a little bit of trickeration there. And looks like number 82, that the jersey is curled up, and it's hard. I'm going to give credit to number 82, Ramsey Chavarria, and probably is him. We called his name a bunch, too. He's quite the defensive man, but the ball got outside of him on a sweep, and unfortunately for him, the ball came back to him on a reverse, and boy, he was right there. He was a wall, knocked him down.
8-yard loss on that attempted reverse play as Hike goes straight to the left side and gets to his big man, number 11, Logan Madem. He goes out of bounds right near the original line of scrimmage, maybe a couple yards shy of that.
I like that call, a big loss on the first down, and use a second down maybe to make that ground up. 3rd and 12, still a tough, a tall order, but that's a whole lot better than 3rd and 20.
So that's going to bring up a big one here for the Bears. Hike down the field, pass intercepted. Big play there, not something you would expect from your quarterback.
Ezra Mays playing the free safety center field back there, and you could tell he was coming up to make the hit, but you could see him pause as, wait a minute, this ball looks like it's going to be overthrown, and he sat back just a little bit. The ball was overthrown. Mays makes the interception, so the Burbank Bulldog defense answers the call twice consecutively, and for the first time tonight, the Bears have been stopped on back-to-back series.
4:05 to go in this second quarter. The Burbank Bulldogs with another opportunity here to close it out in the first half. So the ball at their Burbank 39. Hernandez fakes a handoff, looking, fires down the field, intercepted right back, except there are flags all over the place.
Roman Garcia was knocked off of his route. I think the free safety was trying to disrupt the route and maybe just a little bit too aggressive. Knocks Roman Garcia off of his feet, and you've got flags flying from several directions. 3 flags into the vicinity of that foul. So pretty sure that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Vernia Bear defense. An automatic first down for the Bulldogs. Pass interference is the call against the Bears. Automatic first down. The umpire will mark off 15 yards, so it'll be back. It'll end up on the Bears' end of the field at about the 45-yard line.
So a new set of downs here for Burbank. They're going to get right to the line of scrimmage here. So the ball now spotted at the Bear 46. Kevin Hernandez getting instructions from the sidelines. It's a 5 wide receiver set now with 2 to the top and 3 to our near side. Hernandez straight left, looks, pass, caught, ball pops out on the ground. Looks like Vernia might have it, and they do.
They do.
The pass was caught by Matthew Reyna. He immediately was hit and dropped the football, and Vernia all over it.
The Vernia Bear defense, again, you talk about the little things that a team does and reasons why they succeed. The Bear defense is doing an excellent job of tackling the football, not just tackling the football carrier, but they're coming in on the football. And that is why the Bulldogs are having such a tough time holding on to the ball tonight. I don't know that anybody could have held on to a football with the shot that Matthew Reyna took on that play.
Here comes Hike now and the Bears. They keep it on the ground with Garza, doing a good job of finding the little room that he has. The Bulldog defense just really occupying all the lanes.
Great pursuit. Five Bulldog defenders in on that play, including Mays, the free safety, came a long way to help out on the play.
So now a 2nd down and 8, 2-yard pickup there for Garza and the Bears. Remember, the Bulldogs kicked off to start the first half, so they should be receiving the football to start as Garza extends the play, trying to get to the sideline, has room, no one nearby. It's going to be Garza for a long touchdown, 59 yards.
Peyton Stahl again on the edge. A key block for the Bears. Peyton Stahl just driving his man all the way out to the sideline, giving the running back an option and a lane. And once he hit the tick marks over there on the far sideline, he was gone.
What great speed there by the running back, number 24, Sean Garza, just a junior. There's the kick. It's up, and it is good. The extra point good. Back to a 2-touchdown lead here with 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. It's 42-30. The Bears on top. You're watching San Antonio Independent School District football. We'll be right back. It took all of 3 plays for the Vernia Bears to go 61 yards and a 59-yard touchdown run by the running back, Sean Garza, the junior for the Bears.
I've been watching the game, had my eyes off of the chat box. Jesus Apolinar, I just see your comment there. And, you know, you tune into RC Audio Sports Football. You get some football, you get some analysis, you get some Ancestry.com. You just never know what you're going to get here. So thank you for joining us, Jesus, here on our stream on Saturday night.
The kick, pretty deep, inside the 5, fielded, across the 15, near the 20, but about the return man bounced back.
Bobby, I'm going to shout out Alex Hollingsworth, Coach Alex Hollingsworth for the Lavernia Bears, the special teams coach. I'm going to tell you, solid. Every special teams that has taken the field tonight for the Bears has been solid. So credit to the kids who are executing. Credit to Coach Hollingsworth who's coaching them. Special teams look special.
And that's high praise coming from a special teams expert.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
4 wide receiver set here for the Bulldogs. Lateral pass is caught across the 20, maybe the 22. 4-yard pickup there for the Bulldogs as the clock will continue to run here.
2nd and 7, gain of 3 on the play.
Oh, it gets to the 21, so they'll give him an extra yard.
Maybe I mean, of course, you always want to score, and the Bulldogs would love to score here at the end of the second quarter, but it's also imperative that they eat up a lot of the clock, if not all of it here, and not give it back to the Bears.
Kevin Hernandez rolls to his left side, passes a little bit behind the intended receiver, but the pass is incomplete. But you also, Coach, as to your point, you definitely don't want to go 3 and out.
No, you don't. And that incomplete pass is going to, it was a great call there. Kevin Hernandez slapping his helmet after he threw the pass. He knows that he should have thrown that a little bit further, but that incomplete pass stopped the clock.
Third down, another incomplete pass.
One will too.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down here and force the Bulldogs to punt the ball away. Well, you talk about firing out the gates here with this football game. We'll try to bring you up to speed if we can during halftime. I don't know if there's enough time during halftime to go over what's happened here. Hernandez, high punt. Fielded.
Oops.
At the 44. Left side. Here it comes. Hike is going to get into the end zone on a punt return. No flags. Aiden Hike, the senior. Boy, oh boy, a 44. No, check that. That's a 59-yard return.
Have I mentioned the Lavernia Bear special teams tonight?
You sure have.
Oh my gosh. Week 1 ready. That's also doubly impressive that you've got your special teams playing that well on week 1. That's usually takes a little longer than 1 week to get those guys going.
We're going to call it a 56-yard return. The extra point is good.
I'll go along with you. Let's go 56 and a half.
All right.
All right, I'll give you 56 and a half. You're watching high school football. It's the SAISD brand of high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
We welcome you back here, SAISD Sports Complex here in beautiful South San Antonio, where we have a great game, a game that started off with fireworks and Lavernia just pulling away here in this second quarter with 1:46 to go, 49-28, still a very manageable game.
Stay with us.
Burbank about to receive the ball. Right before this, however, was a punt return of 56 yards by Aiden Hike. Here come the Bulldogs from inside their own 5. And here come Izzy Zapata. Goes out of bounds near the 40-yard line, and some speed on the Burbank side as well.
Got a flag way back at the 15-yard line, so let's just pause for just a second and see exactly where the Bulldogs are going to start this possession. But remember that the Bulldogs are going to get the second half kickoff. They're 3 touchdowns back now, very explosive. It's a personal foul against the Bears, so we're going to tack on another 15 yards at the end of the play. That'll benefit the Bulldogs quite a bit. I think they're going to start in Bear territory, but 3 touchdowns now instead of, I was thinking maybe conservative on that last possession and get a first down and eat some clock up, but here I think that the Bulldogs are taking, we got to score, we're 3 down. If we can score here, we get the ball at the second half, have a chance back-to-back possessions and get it within 1. So expect to see some vertical and maybe some plays that we haven't seen yet going to the next chapter of the playbook.
Here come the Bulldogs, led by senior quarterback Kevin Hernandez.
Well, that's an interesting call.
I looked at the game or the play clock.
I love rules. You know that I love rules, but that, you know, the ball had not been set yet. This is interesting.
First cramp of the night.
They're going to talk about this, and the ball had not been set yet. The timeout, he says, officials timeout. No flag, and that's exactly right. The ball had not been set when the offensive lineman moved, and so I don't think that you've got a false start. I don't think you can false start until the ball has been set. On top of that, he was also maybe needed to be tended to a cramp injury.
So here's important too. Fresh new center. That's always interesting here. So keep an eye on that snap. It's good. Hernandez rolls right, being chased. Try to get rid of the football. Squeezed between 2 defenders. He might have lost the football.
Official pointing to the turf. He says no. It's the play was he was down. So that won't be a fumble. The ball was loose, but that won't be a fumble. But how about the pursuit again by the Vernia Bear defense? Again, you've got defensive linemen that are just a couple of yards away from the ball at the snap, and they're chasing the play outside the numbers all the way to the sidelines. Man, they're really, really giving what they've got.
The game clock at 1:05 here. Kevin Hernandez dropping back, looks left, pump fakes. He's going to run it himself. Hernandez, he is brought down right at the original line of scrimmage, near the original line of scrimmage. So, you know, as great of an athlete Kevin Hernandez is, that defense for the Bears has really kept a good eye on him.
Got some great athletes on the other side of the ball as well. That time, Kevin Hernandez pump faked and tried to get the defense to back up a little bit on him and then take it himself. This is a 3rd and long, under a minute, under 30 seconds to play now. I expect something vertical.
Rolling to the right side. Vertical they do go. Pass, bobbled and dropped. Incomplete. Great toss there. Great throw by Kevin Hernandez, but the receiver there, number 12, James Gonzalez, not able to bring it in.
He was in a lot of traffic. That was a tough one to concentrate on. The clock is stopped for just a second here, and 4th and 9, of course, the Bulldogs are going to go for this one. 23 seconds on the game clock.
Kevin Hernandez will punt it away.
They're going to punt this one.
The Bears did not even have anyone back to return the punt, so they were not expecting a punt either, Coach.
Well, that's a good call. Again, and we go back to what Kevin Hernandez does to you when he's the punter. You just can't assume, and you've got to come up and play, and so you don't have anybody back. If you put somebody back, you're playing defense with 10. And if you don't have anybody back, of course, you're not going to return one. So given the options, I think that was the right call. Without a return man, go ahead and push it down, back the Bears up, and 96 yards away from pay dirt, 13 seconds to play. We'll see.
Well, let me tell you, Coach, I'm looking forward to this halftime right here because my hand needs a break. I've been writing way too many plays here and doing many mental calculations.
Are you cramping?
Writer's cramps on my hand here so far. So 12 seconds on the clock. Hike will get it right up the middle. No, nothing doing.
Forward progress. He's tackled in the end zone, but forward progress got him out of the end zone. He was thrown back into the end zone. So given forward progress, not a safety. And the horn that you sound there indicates the end of the first half. It's 49 for the Lavernia Bears and 28 for the Burbank Bulldogs.
But don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but you're about to see the Lavernia Bear Band come out onto the field, and we'll hear the sights and sounds of theirs, as well as the Burbank Bulldog Band right after that. So please keep it right here, and let's show some support for these high school bands. You're watching SAISD football on RC Audio Sports 2.
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
The 2024-2025 Vernia Honey Bear line officers are Brass member of the summer is Jackson Bagley. Woodwind of the summer is Emma Johnson. Rookie of the summer is Alana Garcia. And guard member of the summer is Emily Ganachinsky. Enjoy now as we share with you the first and second movements of our 2024 UIL marching show entitled Rise. Featuring You Are My Sunshine, Here Comes the Sun, and Noisy Wheels of Joy.
Oh, you got to love it. Talking about week one ready, the Vernia Bear Marching Band is week one ready as well. We want to remind you that anytime we stream a football game on RC Audio Sports or RC Audio Sports 2, we're going to stay live for the halftimes, and we want to showcase all of these groups that come out here under the lights on a Thursday or a Friday or a Saturday night. So don't make plans to walk away from our stream at halftime. We got some great halftime performances for you all season long. And while we're talking about that, a reminder that all 18 of the games that are scheduled to be played here at the SAISD Sports Complex, we're going to stream them on RC Audio Sports 2. So you're watching, you're here at the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell so that you get notified anytime that we go live. Next week, we've got a game here. We're back here next Friday next week for another great football game. So again, you don't want to miss any of those. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for joining us 15 more times after tonight. We had 3 of them here this week, 3 of the 18. I'm going to cut my mic off. I'm going to let you listen to the PA announcer describe the action that's going on at halftime. Sit back. I'm going to take a seat here and enjoy. Sit back with me, and let's enjoy the Burbank Bulldog halftime performance.
The band is under the field direction of Head Drum Major Carlo Haro and Assistant Drum Major Diego Lopez. Orange Jacket Cheer Captain is Iris Hernandez. Co-Captain Elizabeth Garcia and Social Officer is Lilia Costa. Orange Jacket Dance Team Officers are Colonel Ariel Huerta, Lieutenant Colonel Valerie Ariano, and Major Charlie Zamaron. Dance Team Social Officers are Leslie Ortiz, Bianca Segundo, and Pet Squad Officers are Kayla Montes, Veronica Cortez, and Malena Davis. Your Dancer of the Week is Bianca Segundo, Cheerleader of the Week, Camila Bacas, and Pet Squad Member of the Week, Delaney Rendon. Our varsity dance team will be performing from our Earth, Wind, and Fire tune titled September. now our award-winning Mighty Bulldog Band will be performing their 2024 marching show entitled Tales of Arabia. Our section of the week is the trumpets, and our marcher of the week is Mr. Michael Velaz. direction of Mr. Federico Cárdenas, Dr. Victor Naranjo, Mr. Jose Ramirez, and our program directors, Mr. Reed Levine. Our executive directors, Mr. Justin Longoria. The Burbank Junior ROTC Bulldog Battalion is under Army Instructor First Sergeant retired Paul Russell and Captain Ernie Anderson. Our principal is Ms. Irene Talamantes. Our assistant principals are Ms. Kennedy Manning, Mr. Eric Sanchez, Ms. Laura Gerard, and Mr. Mark Mendoza. Our school board representative is Mr. Arthur Valdez. And on behalf of the Burbank community, we would like to thank you for your kind attention and go Bulldogs!
Well, that was fun. I hope that you were enjoying the halftime performance along with us here in the press box at the SAISD Sports Complex. Keep in mind that this is week one for the marching bands as well. We did not see the entire performance. We saw the first movement, maybe the first two movements of their show that they will perform in the first week in October. October 5th, many of the bands will be competing at the UIL marching contest. That's October 5th. So about week 6, week 7 of the football season, and they've got a little bit of time to get that whole show in. But you talk about week 1 ready, the Lavernia Bears marching band and their flag team, and as well as the Burbank Bulldogs halftime performance, week 1 ready. Loved it. Remember that anytime that RC Audio Sports streams a football game, whether it's RC Audio Sports or RC Audio Sports 2, we're always going to bring you the halftime performances. This is Robert Villafranca alongside Bobby Mendez. Bella Tejas has got tech duties today. We got Reese Robeson on the camera, Isaiah Castro on the camera here tonight. And we're going to bring you the second half in just a minute, watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
Let's get ready. Grab it, let's go.
Go, Victor. Hold it. Go.
Bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us.
The On-Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On-Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On-Par Golf.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we're back at the SAISD Sports Complex. The Lavernia Bears coming through their run-through, ready for the third quarter. The Burbank Bulldog faithful, who have filled up their side of the bleachers here at the SAISD Sports Complex, anxiously await the return of the Burbank Bulldogs through their run-through. And here they are, ready to go. The score here at SAISD Sports Complex is 49-28 in favor of the Lavernia Bears. The Burbank Bulldogs trailing by 3 touchdowns. They will take the opening kickoff here in the second half. This is the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel, the DOS we call it. Robert Villafranca alongside Bobby Mendez, Isabella Theus, and Reese Robeson and Isaiah Castro here tonight. So we hope that you're enjoying our stream as much as we are enjoying bringing it to you. We expected this to be a very well played game, and indeed it is. The Burbank Bulldogs and the Vernia Bears, we certainly expect both of these teams to be playing in Week 11. The Bears last year, Vernia Bears, made it to the third round last year, made it to the second round of the playoffs the year before. So this is a pretty successful group, and the Bulldogs are veterans of the playoffs as well. Last year in 14-5 AD2 were second behind the Alamo Heights Mules, and were eliminated in the first round. They're hoping to break that ceiling this year and make it beyond the bi-district round. The Vernia Bears are teeing up the football, and you never know what to expect here. If you've been watching the first half of this game, the Bulldogs will receive, and hopefully they are hoping to cut into a 3-touchdown deficit.
Well, if you can recall, the Bulldogs opened up with an onside kick. Here come the Bulldogs up to about the 20-yard line. So the Bulldogs will come out offensively with 11:51 to go on this third quarter game clock.
You know, it's a tough call with a recent rule change here. You can fair catch a ball anywhere in the end zone or even in the field of play and get the ball spotted at the 25-yard line. It's a little bit of a concession. You can see that you're not going to get anywhere past the 25 and you don't roll the dice, but that's a tough call. If I was still coaching special teams, that'd be a tough call for me to make.
Hernandez comes out with a 5 wide receiver set, and he'll keep it for himself, and he gets across the line of scrimmage, maybe getting a couple of yards.
So Kevin Hernandez will stay at quarterback. Before the game, we talked about how Kevin Hernandez has quarterbacked this team. Roman Garcia has quarterbacked this team. They'll flip-flop. Kevin will go to wide receiver. Roman Garcia will quarterback, and vice versa. Kevin Hernandez playing every snap of this game so far at the QB spot.
Hernandez out of the shotgun, firing the football. The pass is caught along the sidelines. It's going to take some speed to catch up at the 20, the 10. What a play. 88 yards for Hernandez. And his receiver, Izzy Zapata. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Izzy Zapata. Is he or is he not? To Zapata, he is indeed. Oh my gosh! And we several Vernia Bears had pursuit angles, and with his speed, they just weren't able to close in on him.
That was exactly the reason why I was thinking, well, there's a possibility. There's 2 defenders there that have an angle, but Izzy Zapata just turned on the jets, and what a pass by Kevin Hernandez. The extra point attempt is good, and no good, excuse me. The extra point, no good, but, you know, Coach Moll at halftime, I'm sure this was in his things to do. Receive the football, get back into this ball game, and hope that your defense can make a couple of stops to get you right back.
We've had several touchdown drives of the 2 and 3 play variety here tonight, just as an example of how explosive both of the squads are who are playing tonight. That was the second play, I believe, of that possession. Kevin Hernandez rolled out a 2-yard gain on first down, and then 2nd and 8. He's got a little throwback route to Izzy, and he puts it anywhere in Izzy Zapata's vicinity. You know that he's going to catch it, and boy, he turned on the jets. 2 Vernia Bears had nice pursuit angles on him, and they just could not close down. So a testament to the speed of number 3 for the Bulldogs, Izzy Zapata.
2 plays, 88 yards. Check that. 2 plays, 80 yards on that drive. Burbank trying to check that kickoff return team as Kevin Hernandez now back to kick off. Let's see. And they keep it on the ground. It has to go 10 yards. It's not going to make it. That's why there's a flag.
Flag on the play, illegally touched before the ball traveled 10 yards, so no chance.
Well, they might get a chance somewhere here because there was a flag on the play, a little bit of extracurricular.
Illegal touching is a flag. Was there a flag back at the pile?
That's a good question, Coach, but I don't think I saw the flag there, but I did see the officials coming near there.
I think the flag was illegal touching. And at that point, as soon as the kickoff team touches the ball before it goes 10 yards, unless the return team gets possession and loses possession of it, you can't recover an onside kick. The officials are going to let the extracurricular activity go there. This is an intense game, and I'm sure that there were a few conversations that were being held there, and I expect a clean game to be played just as we've seen in the first half.
We'll see the Bears come out here, and there's some movement. So typically when the play is stopped, that movement will be called against the offense, unless
the offense moved. But of course, in the press box, we can't really hear all the stuff, all the noise and that's going on the field. If the defense is not allowed to bring the offense offsides by calling a snap count or clapping their hands or anything that might cause the offensive line to flinch. But in this case, that wasn't the case. False start, Lavernia Bears, 5-yard penalty.
3 wide receivers set this time, 2 up top, 1 on the bottom. Garza gets the handoff, but someone let the Bulldogs out of the cage.
Ryan Vasquez, and we mentioned him before the game started, and really haven't called his number much out here tonight. But boy, did he close down on that play. Of course, he's over here on the left side of the defensive line, and when the Bears have seen that kind of pursuit, they come back and attack this side. So the Bulldogs are going to have to be careful to contain on backside.
Hike out of the shotgun, fakes a handoff, rolls to his left side, firing deep, looking for his main receiver, big guy, and the pass is incomplete. Logan made him, but you can see there, Coach, that play has worked.
Yeah, he's gotten behind the defense, and in that case, Hike has been near perfect tonight, but in that case, he underthrew the ball just a little bit. Made him couldn't come back and get to that, but we've got a 3rd down and about 17.
So far, the Burbank Bulldogs team play has, flags on the play, balls on the ground, major hit.
Goodness.
And another flag, maybe a helmet to helmet. But there was some movement, which I feel was the first flag. And then the ball on the ground, that one's a hard one to call if it is what I think it is. But they're just going after the football there. The ball was loose on the ground. But, Coach, before this play was starting, if you're the Burbank Bulldogs, as up until this play right here, the things that you need to accomplish to start this second half is what you wanted so far. You wanted to score when you got the football.
You got a dead ball foul, personal foul, spearing. He
automatic first down.
Automatic first down, a 15-yard penalty, and so that's going to put the ball on the Bulldog side of on the Bulldogs into the field. And again, he probably coming in for the ball, but first contact was made with the top of his helmet, and that was a correctly applied spearing call.
So a new set of downs here for the Bears as the Bulldogs were looking to come up with a big 3rd down here, and now it's a whole new set of downs for Lavernia. Garza gets the carry. Garza wisely finds the wide side of the field, still on his feet, across the 30, knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
That play has been gold for the Bears tonight. The handoff goes between the tackles, and the Burbank Bulldog defense will collapse to the A gaps or to the B gaps, and then they get hooked to get sealed off.
That was a 20-yard gain there for Garza. Plenty of time, the pass in the air, back of the end zone. Pass is caught, and just like that, the Vernia Bears go to what works well for them, and that is the combination of hike and made-em.
Hike and made 'em. Looking across the field, the Vernia Bears flags are celebrating, and they've scored so many touchdowns. The R has given up over there on the touchdown hype squad.
I think the R had a cramp.
The R might have had a cramp.
Here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. So 56-34 after a 20-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Keegan Hike to their big target, Logan Maida. You're watching SAISD High School football on RC Audio Sports 2.
You own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention?
We welcome you back to SAISD Sports Complex. Coach Robert Villafranca, I'm Bobby Mendez. Isabella Tellez, technical director. Isaiah Castro providing the shots on the field. And Reese Robeson on the top, providing our main camera. We thank you for joining us, and we thank you for joining our chat this evening. It has been the Vernia Bears getting into the end zone pretty often this evening, but it's been an exciting one. This last drive was a 52-yard, 7-play drive, 20-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Keegan Hike to Logan Maida. The extra point was good. Our score, 56-34.
Bob, just like that, this is stream number 6 already of our 24-25 school year season. We're going to give you a rundown of the games that we streamed this week and their outcomes when we have a break. We have a little break.
The Bears will, the Bobcats, Bulldogs, Bobcats, Bears, Bulldogs. Oh my. They keep it on the ground.
Promise. That was pretty optimistic of me, thinking we're going to have a little break in the action. Kevin, a play action, pulls out. He's not contained, and he's dangerous. A dual threat quarterback across the 50-yard line and driven out of bounds in Bear territory at about the 42-yard line.
2nd and 12, no problem for Kevin Hernandez. He'll pick up the first down by himself. So the ball now spotted inside the Bear territory at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Kevin rolls out of the pocket, gets rid of the football, pass is incomplete. I believe he was looking for his receiver there, number 15. That is Roman Garcia. Pass incomplete.
Pass rush by Remington Rohde. Forces Kevin Hernandez to get rid of the ball before he was ready to. Incomplete.
Second down, Hernandez will keep it himself. Found some room on the right side, broke loose, and picked up the first down. Move the chains once again for Kevin Hernandez and the gang. They are now at the 31-yard line.
All right, Heather, come back into the chat room. Is that Remington Road or Remington Rohde? We want to get that one right. Help me out, Heather.
Here they go, back on the ground. I believe Garcia, the ball carrier. He'll lose a couple of yards on that play. Back down to the 33-yard line. 8.5 here in the third quarter. Pass incomplete, as it was a halfback pitch back to the quarterback.
First team quarterback pitching to the second team quarterback, and Matthew Reyna just wasn't allowed to release. The defense really closing in on him, and I think Roman Garcia was expecting Matthew to get behind the defense, and defense just said, no, you're going to stay right here. The pass was thus overthrown and complete. We got a 3rd and 13, probably 4-down territory, but a big 3rd down here for the Bulldogs.
It is a steep hill to climb, but if anyone can climb it, it's the Burbank Bulldogs. As they complete a pass, Izzy Zapata, a clear favorite target for Kevin Hernandez, as they move the chains once again, Coach.
All right, we've been pronunciation checked here. We appreciate it, Heather. It is Remington. Brody, thank you so much for staying with us here this evening.
Trips on the bunch, the handoff to a name I don't think we've called yet. Is that 88 or 86?
Carry by 88.
88 it is, Edward Palomo. I believe we called his name once earlier. But different formations here now, Coach, for the Burbank Bulldogs.
Oh,
little movement on the left side, still no flag.
No flag.
And pass is incomplete as Hernandez was trying to squeeze one in there.
Coach Null over there checking with his linesman. Didn't that guy move over there? And it's really tough to call a movement from the opposite sideline, but it looks like maybe the Bulldogs got away with one there. 3rd and 10 coming up. Another big 3rd down.
Movement, or it should say shot motion. Pass to the right side. Is caught for just a couple, maybe 2 yards.
Solid sounds indeed. The Burbank Bulldog band celebrating the start of the football season, and we're glad you're here to appreciate the football game and all of the sights and sounds at SAISD Sports Complex.
We are in 4-down territory here. Kevin Hernandez has plenty of time going to the back of the end zone. Just a little too much. He was looking for Izzy Zapata, and Zapata not able to bail out the Bulldogs on this one. So the Bulldogs will turn it over on downs.
The Lavernia Bears defense bends, but it doesn't break, and the ball will go over on downs. In the red zone, the Lavernia Bears defense will hand the ball off to their offense.
This time I'd like to recognize administrators and teachers. If you're an administrator or teacher for SAISD.
7 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter.
Please stand up and be recognized.
We want you to, we thank you for joining us here. We really hope as the handoff goes straight up the middle, the Bears keeping it on the ground.
Gain of 7 by Sean Garza. 0.4 for Bears.
So the ball now spotted at the 26-yard line. 7-yard pickup there for the Bears on the ground. Out of the shotgun. Garza gets the call again. Garza loves the outside, picks up a 1st down. Ball will now be spotted at the Bear 33-yard line.
Garza still with a lot of gas left in the tank, driving the defenders backwards as they come up to try to tackle him a little bit too high. A running back likes that, and he's going to drive back at you. If he can get underneath, defense is going backwards.
6:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, well, this one time is a play action, a pass to the left side on the sideline. You don't have to get big yards on every pass, as the Bears taking it what the Bulldogs are giving them. The ball is spotted at the 36-yard line, just a 3-yard gain there.
Game plan can change a lot. 4-touchdown lead in the late in the 3rd quarter here. It's now more imperative for the Bears to eat up clock than it is with a 4-point lead. 4-touchdown lead. You don't have to get into the end zone.
Play action. Hike looking deep. Pass dropped. Oh boy. Many times we see Logan Maedum covered well on that one. He had the angle, just couldn't hang on to the football.
It's a little bit of a flag route, so he was looking for a football over his outside shoulder. That's probably the toughest pass to catch. But again, Hike did a good job of putting it in the spot, but the level of difficulty on that outside shoulder catch as you run to the sideline away from your quarterback, that's tough. That ball doesn't come into your line of sight until at the last half second, and that's a tough one to catch.
Big third down here now for the Bulldog defense. Can they make a stop? They go to Garza. Garza gets a good block. A couple of big blocks as Garza picks up more than what he needed. Gets near midfield to the 49-yard line.
Bob, I think this is the fourth time that I've called out a wide receiver on their blocks. Peyton Stahl just doing an excellent job out here on the perimeter, and gosh, that was a block.
13-yard pickup. About 8 of those yards got to contribute to that big block. On the ground, this time a different man running the football. That's Aiden Coons. And Coons will pick up a couple of yards, but in the correct direction if you're the Lavernia Bears. Even though they're not huge chunks of yards, indeed, they're going where they want to go.
Calling out these kids, Dylan Lingerfeld, 20 yards downfield, driving his man. You just know that the Lavernia Bears mindset and culture is in the right place week one, doing things like that.
4.5 minutes here on this second down. They keep it up the middle.
Speaking of culture and mindset, the Burbank Bulldogs defense just not giving up an inch. Down by a few touchdowns here, but playing aggressively all the way through. And credit to them for that. That's a tough front four, and if you try to run between tackles against these guys, I just don't know how successful you're going to be. I think that the success that the Bears have had this evening have been more on edge plays than between tackles.
Aiden Coons comes off the field, and here comes Hike. Rolls over to the left side, fired down the field. The pass is incomplete. That one is a little bit short, a little bit off the mark there. Not like Hike to be that off the mark.
He's at about a 65-70% clip tonight, so he's going to miss a few. And that, again, we talk about the level of difficulty rolling for a right-hander to roll to your left and fix your shoulders and get it downfield and be accurate. That's a tough pass to execute.
Well, if you're the Bulldogs, you like that because that brings the punting unit out onto the field. And there's the punt. Fair catch. Ball pops out, but the Bulldogs able to jump right back on top of it. So let's take a look here, Coach, and see if the Burbank Bulldogs can try and narrow that lead.
Izzy Zapata fortunate to end up with that football. I think he misread the arc on that punt and had to come up at the last second. He did call for a fair catch, but he was running up to catch it, and ball was on the turf for just a second. The Bulldogs recovered.
From the Bulldog 14-yard line, they run a bit of a reverse here, and across the 20-yard line. Ooh. Did the ball pop out?
Yes, it did.
The ball popped out as the Bulldogs lost the handle on it.
Bulldogs lost the handle, Bobby, but I'm going to say the Bears also tackling the football. And, it's one thing to tackle the ball carrier. It's another thing to tackle the football. And that's something that the Lavernia Bears defense has done very well tonight. The ball has been on the ground certainly more than Coach Moll would have hoped for tonight. On the last possession, but the offense comes right back onto the field, almost in the red zone at the 22-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Well, the last time the Bears were on the field, they punted away, but now they're working with very short distance from their own 22. They try to get it in one play, and they go into the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and they were looking for number 11, Logan Madem.
The defender there on the play, number 24 for the Bulldogs, Eric Govea. And again, remember in high school football, there is not face guarding. You don't have to turn around. You don't have to turn back around to the pass to defend it. That was a legal defensive play for Govea. Those of you out there shouting, face guarding, not in high school.
3:32 left to go in the third quarter. There's a flag on the play.
False start.
Some movement from the offensive side. So that's going to cost the Bears 5 yards. But again, we appreciate you joining us tonight on this Saturday night. We enjoy spending our Saturday nights with you. We'd enjoy it even more if you'd subscribe to our RC Audio Sports YouTube #2 channel. If you haven't already, subscribed to our #1 channel.
Get them both, and don't forget about our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads.
And if you like volleyball, we'll have that too on Tuesday. Hike scrambling. Hike just managing to get out of a hairy situation and gets down to the 20-yard line, where he picked up 5 yards where he could have lost 5.
I'm going to say wow, wow, wow. Hike, boy, he felt the defense closing that pocket down, and a little bit of nervous feet there, but he stayed there. He stayed with it, and he checked from one route to the next route to the third route before he said, nope, time to run. Got some good yardage off of that great decision, and man, talk about fortitude and patience in the pocket.
Hike out of the shotgun, hanging on to it on the option, picks up a block, cuts it up, gets across the 15.
Another keeper by Keegan Hike.
Keegan Hike.
See, here's some cheers there. That is from the opposite side of the field. Sounds like from... I don't see anybody cheering in front of us, but I do hear some noise. Hike to the right side. This time, boy, another touchdown, 14-yard run. It's Aiden Hike this time into the end zone.
A little bit of spin cycle there for Aiden Hike as he runs north and south, evades a couple of tacklers and puts him in the spin cycle. And we're at that point of the game here where that hydration is going to start hitting you in South Texas late in the third quarter. And you know, sometimes no matter how much you hydrate, I mean, you're just going to lose your fluids. It's a nice, cool 89 degrees, but humid as heck. And boy, my heart goes out to these kids. This is it's a tough environment. It's a tough climate to play a football game in. Shoulder pads, thigh pads, knee pads, rib pads, helmet.
Luke Green, the senior kicker for the Bulldogs. We saw him earlier putting some extra points here, or kicking his warm-up field goals, and he was knocking them near the baseball field.
We'll take a short break here to remind you, or to welcome again, Presidio Concrete owners, Hector Gonzalez and Dre Gutierrez. They have been in business for about 4 years, but boy, have they hit the ground running. They've got some great jobs already under their belt that they're very proud of. Phone number is 210-784-7222. You call that number, you're going to talk to the owner. Hector Gonzalez will pick up porches, driveways, foundations, multifamily buildings. They're very proud of the fact that they did the concrete work for the veterans, Veterans Memorial football field in Judson ISD, and they're currently working on the gorilla enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo. You can contract them directly if you're a general contractor that needs concrete work as part of your project. Presidio Concrete is the company to call. I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
And if you don't need any concrete work, call them anyway. Tell them thank you. We appreciate them. Here's the return. High kick, fielded at the 5. 15, brought down at the 15-yard line. Checking into our chat is Val Kelly, who is rooting for Kevin Hernandez all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. And then Charlotte Sutton shouted out to number 50 for the Bears. So her shout out is to Jeffrey Majka. Hopefully I said that correctly.
Heather will help us.
Or Charlotte can.
Or Charlotte can as well. Number 50.
But we
Jeffrey?
appreciate you guys interacting with us on the chat. We enjoy the interactions. Kevin Hernandez with a quick pass out of the backfield, but I think I hear whistles. It's still very loud here at SAISD Sports Complex.
The home side and the visitor side from Lavernia as well. Very well attended football game.
And here we go, right back at it. Kevin Hernandez I don't know what's going on. It's very difficult because it is noisy.
Well, we had a false start, and the Burbank player knew he had started falsely and was expecting the whistle, and the officials, it's an illegal shift is what they're going to call after all. But he was expecting the whistle to blow after he made that shift, and it didn't. And finally, the official said, okay, you're right, that was a penalty, and they threw the flag. But very well-attended football game. The Burbank side is shoulder to shoulder. The Burbank community behind this Bulldog team, expecting great things from them. And I'm with them. I would expect great things from the Bulldogs as well. The Lavernia Bears have traveled well from Lavernia, Texas, too.
Yeah, this stadium is at capacity. Hernandez slings it over the right side, passes incomplete. But how great is it, Coach, to, as stadiums go in districts here in San Antonio and in a lot of places, right, there's a central location for all the schools to play. But how about to have it in literally your own backyard? The campus right here, students here, the families nearby, and you just come right down the road and spend your Saturday evening. 5 wide receivers. This Hernandez is just going to keep it himself. It's a foot race across the 20, jumps out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Not enough for the first down.
A big city and a small town field, a small town feel for both schools out there. Lavernia, I guess you could call it a small town, so that's appropriate. The Burbank Bulldogs and if not all of the SAISD schools. It's a big city, it's a big district, but these communities really rally around their teams and gives you that small town community feel. We're behind you. Go play hard.
Well, SAISD represents just every part of our town. As Kevin Hernandez crosses the 25-yard line to about the 27, but they represent the south side, the east side, the west side, the north side. So downtown. So SAISD is San Antonio.
And we appreciate them. Right after this play, I'd like to give some shout-outs to the members.
Passes completed. Catch made by Matthew Reyna.
I'd like to say thank you to Executive Athletic Director Mr. Fred Anthony, who has always so hospitable to us, embraces us, and if he's here at this assignment, asking us if there's anything else that he can do for us.
Hernandez, let that one go, almost intercepted.
Almost a pick six there, and Coach Albert Torres came over. He's an assistant athletic director. We've known him for many years. Of course, formerly the head football coach at Hardendale High School, where he did a great job. And Jesse Monreal has joined the athletic department as well. Formerly the Edison Bears head coach, and everybody Sonia Anguiano in the office.
Jet sweep.
Sonia Anguiano in the office, who keeps us straight and answers our emails. Sometimes we click send and we get a reply just like that, and we appreciate that. So all kinds of. Coach Clancy retired, and he was certainly helpful to us while he was on the team here. But we really appreciate SAISD, and we love all the work that we do for them. What a great district. I'm going to call it a loving district.
Well, we certainly appreciate them. As the third quarter comes to an end, we'll keep it right here as we get into the fourth quarter. But it is Jeffrey Micah, the way it is pronounced. So thank you, Charlotte, for continuing to stay on with us. And again, we really do appreciate it. We leave that chat on because we want you guys to feel that we are listening and we're here for the community as well. So we appreciate, especially when you are especially when you are not in San Antonio, and we see that from our post from Mrs. Kelly there over in listening and watching from Las Vegas.
Cindy Tube says Aiden Coons is her guy, and we've got an Aiden Coons hype squad in the chat, so we appreciate that. What a pleasure it is to call this Lavernia game. We don't get many opportunities. For me personally, it's the first time that I've streamed a Lavernia game. Got friends and family in Lavernia and know something about their athletic teams over there, but what a pleasure it is to have them on the schedule, see them come through, and again, this is a team that we expect to be playing in week 11 and maybe even beyond that.
So brings up a 4th down now, and the Bulldogs will not punt the ball away. They will do a quarterback sneak. The whistles were blown already.
It's Ryan Vasquez, the defensive end, who was a slot back in that punt formation, and he moves back, he shifts back around, stops at the center, gets a direct snap and quarterback sneak. You know, we visited with Ryan Vasquez a few times as well. He's been our player of the game more than once, and you know what a personality he is. And I'm going to tell you one thing about Ryan: he loves to play football. He loves this game,
and you can certainly see that while he is out there. As a new set of downs here for the Bulldogs, trying to get some extra points here on the board. Nice little dart pass, if you will, for a 1st down.
Good pocket for the Bulldogs. Kevin Hernandez gets an opportunity to survey, and very well defended. Roman Garcia was, but somehow Kevin Hernandez just threads a needle and he gets it there.
That is, I would say, the definition of threading the needle on that play. Going deep, the pass intercepted by Caden Diaz.
Of course, Charlotte, we can shout him out again. She wants to record it. And this is a big shout out to number 50, Jeffrey Micah of the Lavernia Bears. Thank you again, Charlotte, for streaming here tonight. And we may not have your Bears again this season, but if you're out for a game on a Thursday or a Friday or Saturday night, check RC Audio or RC Audio Sports.
Well, great news that this is on YouTube, and it's going to be there.
Oh, yeah. You come back and watch it.
You come back and watch it whenever you want.
There you go.
3 years down the road, you know, whenever you want to reminisce.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
I like that. You can track the development of our pronunciation of names as we go through the game.
10:54 to go here in this 4th quarter. The Bears are just going to keep it on the ground, and just like they've done all night, they are still fighting hard. But the beauty of calling games here in Texas and all around South Texas, I've done stints in Karn City and that area. Lots of fun names to pronounce out there.
I'm gonna let you do your. You should do a humble flex. There was a guy in Kerrville that you were calling Tivy games when he was playing, weren't you?
Yes. He was running all over the field.
Johnny Menzel, maybe.
Indeed, he was certainly the human highlight reel during high school football.
Bobby has that feather in his cap. He was calling Kerrville Tivy football when Menzel was passing through there, so I'm sure that
Malcolm Brown.
Oh, Malcolm Brown.
They played each other, so I got a chance to do that game. Malcolm Brown and Johnny Manziel.
That was back in our audio days, right?
That was audio. Mm-hmm. That was pure radio. Well, we're going to take a quick break. There is a Burbank Bulldog down on the ground. Looks like he'll be right back, but we'll take a quick break. You're watching SAISD High School Football on RC Audio Sports.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
Welcome you back to SAISD Sports Complex.
Let's go, defense!
The Bulldogs, again, keeping it on the ground. Great running. What a job the the Bears have done on the ground, especially Sean Garza, the running back for the Vernia Bears. Of course, they're led by their quarterback, Keegan Hike. He's a senior.
First 10, no, 36. Right.
9:15 to go. The clock is running. Again on the ground. Good solid hit there as Sean Garza will take the hit. Led by the Bulldogs, number 10, Ezra Myas. Brings up a second down. And of course, we're at about 8:45 minutes remaining in the ball game, but as we do every game, we have a Martinez and Associates player of the game, offense and defense. So Coach and I will be battling it out here in the booth to determine who the offensive and defensive player of the game will be. And it is brought to you and sponsored by Martinez and Associates. What a run. Again, keeping it on the ground. You know, the Bears are significantly leading, 31 points, or 29 points, excuse me.
Bob, we're here in stream number 6 of our 24-25 school year season. Next Tuesday, we'll be back on the internets at Southwest for a big volleyball game. John Jay, new to 28-5A, will travel to Southwest, the defending champion, and we expect a heck of a match there. So you can watch that game on our original RC Audio Sports channel, RC Audio Sports. On that same channel on Friday night, Hardendale High School will travel to South San. And on Friday night, go ahead, Bob.
Well, I was just going to say I got that game. But the running back for
Bobby will be at South San, beg your pardon.
No,
Bobby will be at South San for the Hardendale High School at South San game week 2. That's always a Southside Classic, and that'll be a good game. And we're back also on RC Audio Sports 2 here from the SAISD Sports Complex. Anytime we've got an SAISD Sports Complex game, it's RC Audio Sports 2. That'll be Pleasanton. The Pleasanton Eagles will travel to face the hosting Jefferson Mustangs here next Friday.
Second down, and you know, it's clear the Bears just keeping it on the ground, letting this clock run. Of course, with a very comfortable lead here with 6:48 to go in the fourth quarter.
Our season opener at MacArthur, our volleyball season opener this past Tuesday, boy, was that a good match. It went 5 sets, back and forth. The MacArthur Brahmas winning sets 1, 3, and 5, and the Hardendale Indians winning sets 2 and 4. MacArthur also new to 28-5A. They had been playing in 29-5A with Alamo Heights and the other SAISD schools. But MacArthur was moved over to 28-5A, now playing with John Jay and MacArthur. Yeah, MacArthur playing with John Jay now. Hardendale, McCullum, South San, Southside, Southwest Legacy, and Wynn. So that'll be a very competitive district in volleyball and all of the sports that are played in 28-5A. Volleyball, boys and girls basketball, of course. Cross country is going on right now, team tennis. And we don't get a chance to stream some of those other sports, but we do cover them on our social media. And you make sure that you follow us, RC Audio Sports on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even Threads. Is it Twitter or X?
X.
It's X, okay.
It's X.
All right, Haley told me it was Twitter. Haley says she still calls it Twitter.
Well, if she still calls it Twitter, you know, I gotta go with Haley. She is part of that younger generation.
Yeah, kind of an influencer, you know. She certainly influenced me. I asked her Thursday night, I said, Haley, let me know, Twitter or X? She said, she paused. Twitter.
Third down.
So I'm going with Twitter.
All right. Well, it's gonna take years of transition. Third down now for Vernia. Keep it on the ground. The handoff goes to Aiden Coons. He'll be brought down for a loss near the 45-yard line.
Aiden Coons brings up fourth down.
But what a start to the season it's been. You know, Coach, we talked about just how wild of a start it's been for us as a broadcast, simultaneously doing 2 games on a Thursday, 2 games on a Friday, and finally we get to work together on a Saturday night.
Saturday night, finally.
And how lucky are we to have a great crew that allows us to put on 2 games simultaneously. A little brag about ourselves. You know, we don't really get that many opportunities to do that anymore with as much as we're doing here. But it's just a great crew we have. Haley Wilson, Glenn Revel, Coach Manny Campos, you yourself, Coach Robert Villafranca.
And you know the best part about it is we can pronounce our names.
At least our names.
Yeah, we get those right. But also our sponsors, Bobby. Shout out our sponsors as well. We could not do this without them. And if you are if you're a business out there, again, we invite you to visit with us. If this is you'd like to associate yourselves with high school football and high school sports and just shining a positive light on all these kids and programs, give us a call. We'd love to have you on board with us.
And of course, our biggest sponsor of all, SAISD. We thank you for the great opportunity to be here and allow us to call these great games.
Martinez and Associates as well. GBH Real Estate Solutions has been with us for a couple of years. We appreciate that. Rex Formal Wear, Presidio Concrete, Superior Tax. Don't let me miss anybody. We've got your mortgage company also. Help us tell us a little bit about the mortgage company.
We've got some of the lowest rates available. That is one of the reasons why I enjoy the mortgage side of the business. We've been going through a tough period economically. As Hernandez gets rid of the football, lets it fly, and almost intercepted. On the defense, there was Ryder Shrum, but talking about Equimax Mortgage, Coach, yeah, it's been a tough rise for the interest rates over the last couple of years, but over the past couple of weeks, we've been seeing those rates dip down just a little bit, so the market moving a little bit better, and if you want to refi or
I understand you can save a lot of money if your interest rate drops a little bit and
especially
refinance.
where they were a couple of years ago, 7.5%. Now we're underneath 5%.
Equimax Mortgage. What's the phone number, Bob?
210-224-5000. Burbank with 4:25 to go. They've got the football. Trying to put some more points on the board. I believe that's Izzy on the catch. Zapata, no, check that. That's Matthew Reyna. How about the band still playing strong, Coach? Reyna again, catch. He's covered by 1, 2, 3 Bears.
No pressure on these kids, but I'm telling you, the bands and the halftime performances were week 1 ready. If this is what they have in week 1, I can imagine given another 6 or 7 weeks to develop those performances, how well they will do.
Hernandez lets it fly. The pass is incomplete. Looking for Luke Guerrero.
How well they will do in the first week in October at the UIL marching contest. And as we told you at halftime, we want you to know if we're streaming a football game, we're keeping that right here for the visitors' halftime performance and the home team halftime performance every single time. We want to showcase all of these programs and these kids working so hard to represent their communities.
Hernandez on 4th down. Short pass. Turnover on downs, and With 3:29 to go, it's just really all about the Vernia Bears right now. They're going to be headed east from here. A little bit southeast or east? Straight
I'm going to
east.
say east.
Straight east, right?
Straight east. 87. Rigsby Road, 87. Highway 87 will get you to Lavernia.
Some good barbecue in the area, right?
there's-
Is that Pride Barbecue over in that direction?
Kind of, not quite as far. Pride's more in the east central. Texas Pride's more in
okay.
that east central area. On 1604, you got to go a little bit past 1604 to get to Lavernia.
On the ground, up the middle. You know, we were talking about the band, but also how about this wonderful crowd, Coach? I don't think a single person has left, even though the score being what it is this evening.
The bleachers are getting a little bit sparse, but only because they're moving down to the rail to congratulate these kids on their effort. So, I mean, if that doesn't speak well of the community, that we're here to back you. Give it everything you got, and win or lose, we're here for you. And the Burbank faithful down along the rail, ready for the team to come through once the game is over.
The handoff up the middle. You know, Coach, we talked about Lavernia. We talked about expectations from the community as far as what they've done. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to head coach and athletic director, Coach Brian Knoll, for the class that he showed tonight. You know, not trying to run up this score, just keeping the ball on the ground during the fourth quarter. You know,
up-tempo offenses are going to produce a lot of points because you just get a lot of possessions. So, you know, 60s and 40s are almost the norm when you got a couple of up-tempo offenses playing against each other.
Again, they're keeping it on the ground, and, you know, whatever develops from there, it develops. You know, if there's kids score on a 40-yard run, they score on a 40-yard run. But
I'd like to give a shout-out to a Lavernian. Here in 28-5A, the head coach for the South San Bobcats is Kayla Markgraf, and she was quite the volleyball league. There's a Burbank band playing all the way to the last tick. But Kayla Markgraf, the head coach of the South San Bobcats volleyball team, she was quite the athlete. And some of you listening or watching this game, you might remember that name. Kayla's doing a great job with the South San volleyball team, and we can't wait to get one of our streams over there to showcase that Bobcat VBT.
again on the ground. A couple of chunks there, but there's going to be some flags on that play.
Love the Bulldog band. Love them. You know, they're one of the stars of the parades. You know, if you go to the Battle of Flowers or the Flambeau Parade, Burbank band comes through and just everybody gets excited about it.
So the penalty is going to go against Burbank. Almost done here. 1:08 to go in this fourth quarter.
Penalty on the play. Results in a first down and 10 for Vernia.
And Hyde will just take a knee.
We'll take a knee to number 10, second Ferguson.
So the clock will continue to go to 30 seconds. And as you see there, the Lavernia cheer really getting down, celebrating a victory here. 63-34. I tell you, coming into this game, the first, the second quarter, boy, it was a heavyweight fight back and forth between these two teams. You had special teams, you had offense, you had defense. everything you could ask for in a football game, you had this evening, and obviously you had plenty of points. So congratulations, yes, indeed, for the Lavernia Bears taking the win here at SAISD Sports Complex. They win 63-34. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Coach, in between the break, Coach Villafranca and myself are going to discuss our Martinez and Associates offensive and defensive player of the game. So we appreciate you keeping it right here. We'll be right back.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
We welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex. Coach Robert Villafranca. I am Bobby Mendez. The Burbank Bulldogs will lose their home opener here at Burbank 63-34 in their season opener. But Coach, we talked about Lavernia. They came into play. Both teams really did. Lavernia just had a lot more punches at the end of the night to really stay in on top. But offensively, it was a good cumulative job that was done. But we've got to pick one player of the game. Who's that going to be for the offensive player of the game?
Bobby, I'm going to go with so many to choose from here. There were a bunch of Bears that had good nights tonight. But I'm going to say, in listening to your call, watching the game, I'm going to go with the running back, number 24, Sean Garza. He's my pick for offensive player of the game.
Well, congratulations to junior number 24, Sean Garza, for the Martinez and Associates offensive player of the game. Now, on the other side of the football, again, a very big group effort on defense for the Bears. But to pick a defensive player of the game, we're probably looking at some of the early efforts really to stop the Burbank Bulldogs from really getting anything going. So, Coach, on our defensive side, who do you got?
I think it was very early. There was a lot of football that happened after it. But if you remember, the Burbank Bulldogs opened up with a successful onside kick. And shortly after that, put the ball on the turf, and it was Aiden Hike that picked that fumble up and just turned that, just flipped the script a little bit in the early going, and I think set the tone. So I think Aiden Hike is my defensive player of the game.
So Aiden Hike, congratulations to you, the defensive player of the game, a senior for the Lavernia Bears. You are the Martinez and Associates defensive player of the game. Well, we want to thank everybody. Thank all of you for joining in our chat. Thank all of you for watching. And that's going to wrap it up for week number 1 of high school sports for us here at RC Audio Sports. Again, we remind you, you can catch us on RC Audio 1 or RC Audio 2. So we appreciate that. And we thank you for joining us.